How do you do, y'all? This is John, and today we are talking about Wolfman, a new movie out in theaters right now. And then Wolfman deals with this man who's taken his family over to his father's old house in rural Oregon, when all of a sudden they're attacked while on the road, and, the father gets scratched by the thing that attacked them. And as it turns out, this thing's a werewolf. So now they're holed up in this guy's old house, trying to prevent this werewolf from getting in. However, at the same time, the father is slowly turning into one himself. Okay, so to get things started, first and foremost, what I liked about the movie, I'm going to talk about what I liked about it before I get into what really bothered me on the film. First things first, the idea of, this father figure who's supposed to be the protector of his family and stuff, becoming more of a threat over time because of something that's out of his control, like, the curse of the werewolf. That's actually a pretty good idea for a original horror film. It is because, according to tradition, the father is supposed to be the protector of the family. And if the protector becomes the threat, that's some scary stuff. Not only that, but I think the actors pretty much do a good job. I don't really know any of their names. Some of them, this is the first time I recall seeing them in anything. Yeah, there are some unknowns in this film. However, they all do a pretty good job. I commend them for that. I wouldn't say there's any Oscar-worthy performances in the film. However, they're good. They do the job. They're not bland and boring. And this film on a technical level is pretty well made as well. The cinematography is not bad. The special effects, especially the makeup effects, are all really good. I'm not gonna lie. There is some really, really good makeup effects work in this film, and also some half-decent CGI. One of my big issues with this film, however, is that this is supposed to be a remake of The Wolfman, a classic horror film from the early 1940s. And I'm not going to lie, The Wolfman definitely deserves a remake. It is a good movie, a good story. However, it's definitely kind of hampered by the technological limitations of the early 1940s. A updated version is not a bad idea whatsoever. Problem is that this movie barely even resembles the original Wolfman. Other than the main characters having roughly the same name, there really isn't any resemblance to the film, towards each of the film. The original movie, the main character was this lord's son. This movie, he's a hunter's son. The original movie, it's about a father-son sort of, relationship. This movie, none of that. The story of this movie doesn't really resemble the original film at all. But John, it's not a remake, it's a reimagining. Really? Do you know what reimagining means to me with movies? It means that the people who made this movie were too lazy to even bother to, try and find a smart way to modernize the original story in any way, shape, or form in order to properly update it to today. I'm not going to lie. If this film were more like Nosferatu and had, shared the same exact story as the original and also updated it, modernized it, and did all of that without disrespecting, the original film, the source material, that would be great. We kind of already had that like 15 years ago, but nobody liked that movie because it was poorly made. This movie on a technical level is definitely well made. However, they hardly bothered to even remotely properly update the story for modern times. Also, the only moment in the film that had truly effective horror in it was the opening scene. That is it. The rest of the film, I just did not find it to be very scary in any way, shape, or form. So guys, at the end of the day, Wolfman, I'm not going to lie, it's technically well made. The makeup effects are real good. The visual element, it's, not bad. The acting's decent. The idea behind it is not a bad idea, however. They never should have called this film Wolfman, or even associated with the Wolfman, because it's not a Wolfman remake at all. Part of that dumb reimagining thing that keeps happening, and, I really hope this trend dies, because I just hate how uncreative it is. And on top of that, the horror element, it's not scary at all. I'm going to give Wolfman a 4. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Please look forward to more videos real soon. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, please remember, the Podensky will return.